But now we're going to talk about ball position and how it relates to different clubs in the bag, where we need to place the ball, and then how we can change the ball flight just by changing the ball position. All right. So I have a 7-iron, and pretty much the stock ball position on any iron, you can't really go wrong with it in the middle of your stance. All right. So I'm going to set up, and you guys can all see that ball is kind of right in the middle of my stance. Okay. That puts my hands a little bit ahead of the ball, right? Okay. So this is what middle of the stance is like. We can move the ball to the front of the stance, and we can move it to the back of the stance. Okay. Each one of those is going to do something different to the ball. All right. So, but for your kind of stock base iron, we want to put it right in the middle of our stance. Okay. So we'll hit in the middle. Should get a mid trajectory. A couple things we can do. We talked about moving it forward and back. If I move it back in my stance, what do you suppose is going to happen? Going to come lower? How come? Okay, when you watch this golf club. It's in the middle of my stance, and when I'm just going to move my feet so that the club is positioned in the back of my stance, right? So I'm going to move this way. What do you see happen to the club? It stands up. So I can do it again. So the loft in the club becomes less, right? So we're starting here, and we're ending here. So the ball is going to fly lower. Okay? Just going to move that ball to the back of the stance. I've got a less lofted club. Comes out lower. Okay? So if you guys are playing from the trees, this is something you can practice. If I move it to the front of my stance, what do you suppose is going to happen? It's going to go really high, right? So here we're adding loft to the club. Okay? Now, do you think this is going to go farther or shorter when we hit it high? Shorter? Yep. So the only thing we'll change is position to the front of the stance. Goes quite a bit higher.